Sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. I think I found it now. What I've been looking for. Isn't it beautiful? It's got my head all up in the clouds. I think I found it now. Yeah. Everything I want might be a miracle. I know I'm never coming down.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Today is December the 25th, and we have some cabbages that must get into the garden bed as soon as possible. We're going to do it this morning. Today's a planting day, and we have some rain on the way. So I want to get these into the garden this morning, as well as I want to get some corn seeds planted and to continue my fertilizing regime. I have been searching for a good spot to put these cabbages for a long time. As you well know, I started a patch over there with some cabbages and it did not go well, guys. They were chewed up. So these are the remaining good cabbages seedlings that I have. So I'm going to pop them into this tunnel here because we had some failed germination here with some beetroot. I was trying to get some beetroot to grow here, but they did not germinate. So I'm going to pop these in there and keep the ball rolling. Let's see if I can get this piece of wire into the ground at a reasonable depth. Oh my goodness, so much tension. I need a hammer. I need a hammer. I need to hurry up before my dad see me using his mallet. It's going to be so mad. Come on. He just came outside. I finished just in time. All right. So we're getting ready for this germination process. So he's having a conversation. So I'm going to give you some nice music to listen to in the meantime.
Sunshine on my face. I got sunshine on my face. Yeah. I got
You guys, I emptied out like 3 packs. Well, I emptied out what I had remaining of the beetroot seeds, and the germination was so spotty. Look at this. We got 1, 2. They're so spotty and in between. I'm going to leave them and hopefully they could grow up between the cabbages. And it was quite disappointing that so few germinated. 1, 2, 3, 4 over there. I put a lot of seeds in here, guys. It's really disappointing the amount germinated.
I got sunshine. I got sunshine. I gotta let you know. It's so incredible. I'm finally letting go. Up and away, yeah, we go. I found my flow right on time. And now I know what it feels like to shine like gold. Up and away, yeah, we go. I don't gotta worry about a single thing. I can feel the light coming down on me. Sunshine on my face.
I am using this mic for the first time, guys. My anxiety is through the chain because I've been trying to film with this and I've been having beginners errors with this mic. I filmed me fertilizing my carrots and my onions 3 days ago, and the audio was completely shot. But I am still going to show you guys what I did, and I am going to do a voiceover because I'm pretty sure that the volume is going to be very low. So I'm just going to do a voiceover letting you know what I was saying or the gist of what I was saying. So hey guys, while I clean out this bed, because I made these rows yesterday evening, so while I pull out the weeds this morning and plop in the corn seeds, I'm not gonna bore you with that. I'm just gonna take you back to when I fertilized my onions and my carrots 3 days ago. Good evening, guys. Today is December the 20th. Today, my goal is to get the carrots not harvested, fertilized today. In this bucket here, I have some granular fertilizer. It is a fertilizer for blooming. And as we know, for blooming, we need the potassium and the phosphorus. So this bag of fertilizer is a 2-10-10. So it's low in nitrogen. Why I'm using this fertilizer, even though it's specialized for blooms, it's going to help out the alliums and the carrots, the root vegetables, because root vegetables do not need a bunch of nitrogen. So I'm using this because that's what I need. The sandy soil that I'm dealing with, the nutrients is moving around rather quickly, and I'm realizing that I will need to fertilize a bit more than I am right now. But all in all, the um, onions are getting bigger, the carrots is getting bigger, but I don't want to continue giving them the fish fertilizer, which is high in nitrogen and low in phosphorus and potassium. So I am going to use this Bloom Special. And if you look at the picture in the front of this bag, you can actually see bulbing um, crops here. So I'm just gonna say the airplane passing overhead. I'm just going to use it for my carrots because I need something to fertilize my carrots and I need something to fertilize my onions. Tomorrow is the 21st of December and that's the winter solstice day. And so after tomorrow, we should start to see a difference in the onions and the carrots, I believe. We should see a difference in them according to science. I don't know it all, but I'm definitely taking you guys along with me on this observation because we all want to be able to grow onions and carrots. These are two things that we spend a lot of money on in the grocery. And if we can get understand the plants, then that would be a win-win for you and for me. So let us go over to the carrots first, and then we're going to go to the onions and fertilize the onions. And I also have on my to-do list that I have some weeding to do around the cassavas that I planted earlier. Remember, guys, I think 2 weeks I mentioned that I planted cassava in the night. I saw a couple of them popping up. And so I barricaded the area to stop the family from, walking around that area. So I want to now clean it so that they would know for sure that there's a crop there. It's a lot of planes flying overhead. So let me get as much done. Let me get as much done, guys. Let's go. Let us get this carrot bed all um, fertilized. It is going good, I think. We're gonna find out in the end if it's good. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the foliage and I'm just gonna put the fertilizer in the furrows and allow that to break down and feed the carrots over time. So that's not a whole lot of talking or explanation needed. But the carrots are doing pretty good. So I'm just going to do that because there's so much that we need to do this evening. And I'd really like to fully accomplish these tasks. A handful, and I'm putting it generously in the furrows. And as that breaks down, the carrot can choose to take what it needs for that good root development. I'm going to scratch that into the soil, scratching it in, working that fertilizer into the soil. So from here. Hopefully, I'm not being overzealous. Grow, babies, grow. Before I get to the onions, let me give these daikon radishes some, as well as the zinnias and campinas that I have in this area. Some fertilizer. Really, I'm working with this garden. It's an arid place, but once you put your mind to something, once there's life, you can figure out a way to work with the conditions you have. Never say never. Never say never. All right. By the way, it's almost 6 o'clock in the evening, but I just have a list, guys. If I don't have a list, things will not get done on time. These onions are in dire need of water, but this will happen tomorrow morning. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna sprinkle it. Gonna sprinkle it here because these onions should have, according to science, another 2 to 3 months of growth. I'm generously gonna put it into the bag. Hopefully, it doesn't send the onions into flour. Maybe I should put less. This is the onions we started from seed. These guys need water badly, but we are still gonna give them their feed because, as I said, tomorrow is the solstice, and we're gonna keep our eyes open for everything that's gonna be happening pertaining to the root crops. I'm gonna show you the sweet potato patch is actually flowering. I have never experienced sweet potato vines flowering. This is my first time, and according to what I've read, when it's flowering, it means that the bulbs are forming. So that's pretty exciting. I'm not gonna give the sweet potatoes any of this granular fertilizer. I have given it some wood ash. Like I said, sometimes we be doing the most for these root crops. You can actually see it right here. I'm gonna bring it a little closer. This plant right here, I'm starting to see fattening. This is exciting. Starting to see fattening around the base. So we're gonna observe this together. I just changed my mind. I remembered that I have a little rainwater that I caught in the barrel outside. I'm just aerating this soil a little. All right, so this is my burn pile. We burnt everything here, guys. So it has a bunch of, debris that I need to come through and sift out. And then I'm gonna put that some of this is gonna go where the cassava is so that it can begin rooting. On this side of the garden, things are growing on. I planted some black eyed peas, and the black eyed peas are now flowering. This is an experiment to see if it makes any sense to grow black eyed peas, to grow our own peas. I'm noticing that some of the peas are vining, so I'm going to have to get my husband to come and help me put up some type of trellising for those. As you all know, I am not very reliable with that. So you can see here, this is a cassava. I stuck a cassava here, one pot. I actually planted a row going up here. I'm seeing this one came up, man came here, coming all the way up. I'm not seeing any more. So I'm just looking. Look, the next one is here. The next cassava here. So that's 2, 3, 4. Okay. So those are 4 plants. And I planted a bunch more in this barricaded area right here. So I'm gonna go in here and see what's popping up. And I'm gonna pull out all the weeds so that it could be clear and defined. I've tied using some old elastic inside the house so that they would know, and I informed them that this area has cassava. Whew. So I'm gonna go in here and see if any of the cassavas I planted in here are growing on. If not, tomorrow is another root crop planting day, the 21st of December. So if I'm not seeing much, I'm gonna go back to my friend's field and I'm gonna cut some more cassava sticks and plant in the holes. I've been showing you the ground for a long time. I'm gonna go back to their field and see if I can find some more sticks that I can take from their tree and get planting. I want to plant um I want to plant the cassavas because that's a calorie based crop, and I think it'll be wise if I have, what is it, a transition, a rotation, and variety as well, because the sweet potatoes, they're flowering. You see a flower right here, and more flowers coming. So once we see the flowers, we know that we're getting bulbing taking place. All the way up there, there's some patches, some areas that had flowers. So this patch, I believe, is either 2 or 3 months old, but it is flowering. I'm gonna have to go back to my diary and remember the dates, or just look at my YouTube videos and see when I planted these sweet potatoes. But these ones are flowering, and I am excited about that. These ones I planted just a month ago, and what I want to do is I wanted to maintain a path, but I think that I will. I want to. I want to plant some more. I want to plant some more. I want to keep making sure that we have a root crop available. And that's it, guys, for December the 20th. I'm going to go over here now and I'm going to search to see where I'm getting cassavas coming up. And where I'm not seeing it coming up, I'm going to dig through the soil and see if it's coming up. And if it's not, I'm going to replace it with some sticks that I'm going to get tomorrow. I'm going to go and get the replacement sticks because this is important. Cassava takes 6 to 12 months. Some crops, some cassava is 6 months, some is 9 months, and some is 12 months. So I don't want to waste time on this. So what I plant now, I will be getting end of next year. So I need to get on it. Out. So I'm going to continue fertilizing this flower bed. I've created a spot here because I am lacking in bees. I have a lot of wasps, but very few bees, and so I would like to attract more bees in the garden. So this flower bed that I planted some zinnias, so you can see some baby zinnias popping up over here. I planted more zinnias, straw flowers, yellow, pink, green zinnias. I also planted um, cosmos. The cosmos are giving me a hard time um, tr- um, continuing to grow. I'm getting it to go to about 2 inches high, and then they are just dying on me. So I'm not too sure if it's that they don't like the sandy soil, but I'm just gonna continue with it. But my mother's telling me otherwise. She's saying the worms are attacking it. Either way, we're gonna keep trying to grow more flowers, try to fill in the spaces with a bit of color, pops of color, and hopefully we can get these onions. They've started thickening up. I'll put an insert right here as to how they're looking. They have, to me, is for the last, I fertilized 3 days ago, and now I find the plants look so much better than when I fertilized 3 days ago, and I am really excited for that. The carrots, they're the same size, but we're going to keep an eye on that and see how they do. And we're just going to keep fertilizing the plot, the garden as we need. Today I'm just going to put in some fertilizer in the garden bed here, and tomorrow early in the morning I'm going to put rabbit manure in the in the sweet pepper bed, the vegetable bed, because I do want to encourage leafy growth in the peppers, because I've noticed some of my peppers had sun scald on it, which means the sun is burning the actual fruit of the peppers. So I want to encourage leafy growth along with the flowers with the peppers. Those are doing fantabulous. I'm going to do a video highlighting the peppers because I haven't had great growth with peppers since leaving my home country of Barbados and moving to Trinidad. When I moved to Trinidad, my pepper success went from 100% to zero. I really struggled with peppers in Trinidad and Tobago. However, I'm back at Success Kingdom, and so I'm going to share that with you guys in the next video. Alright, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a big thumbs up. Fertilize my thumbs up, guys, and you hit that like button. Tap, 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 tap it up for me. And share the video with your friends and family if you think they would enjoy the video. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join our community as we home gardeners try to support one another and learn from one another. All right, get up and get going, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.